Alright guys, welcome back to another video here on the John Doc YouTube channel. Thank you guys for checking in, thank you guys for supporting, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Gloomy, rainy day here at LS Nasty headquarters here in North Carolina. Temperature still pretty nice, but everyone knows we like to do outdoor activities and we have not been able to get out today because the rain just stopped, but everything is just soaked. We did get a couple shipments in, and we're going to go over what we got here. We're going to talk about the Silverback Z06. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, fastest car on tailpipes in the world is our goal. But we're just going to discuss a few things. And like I said in the other video I made, we just set goals to have a goal, so we're not just out here just like aimlessly going down track. They might be realistic goals, they might be stupid goals, but a goal is a goal. So I think there was an acronym when I was in college, you have to be SMART goals, and it stands for something realistic, timely, attain. I don't know. I really don't know what they are. I'm sorry, I forgot. But yes, all right. So anyways, over to the packages. First thing we got here, shipped to LS Nasty. This one here says Ben Davis on there. This is for one of Ben's customers, BDE, Ben Davis Engineering. Hey Ben, say what's up. He is doing he's going to put a cage in and do wiring on a Mustang for our buddy Brandon. And I think this is a like Team ZK member with their pre-bent cage. So that will go in there rather nicely. So we just got that in yesterday. And today we had another beautiful piece from Strange come in. This is a mirror to the rear end in the Salty Chicken, but it is a little bit shorter. I think it's a little bit shorter. I could be mistaken. I don't know. But this rear end here is for the Bull Marrow. Again, the Fab 9 housing from Strange Engineering. It's got 40 spline gun drilled axles. It's got their two-piece race brakes with their low-profile calipers, which I absolutely love. These look amazing. They just look a little bit different than the other ones, so I like them. On this setup, again, it's going to be a 15 by 14 3-inch back spacing, and that puts the inner beadlock of the wheel pretty much right over the center, almost in line with the brake rotor. So by having everything pushed out, gives you a little bit more clearance. Sorry, I said that wrong. By having the beadlock right over here limits you in clearance, so having Strange offer their low-profile brakes, they absolutely are a must. Plus, I think they look a little bit better. Same thing here, third member. This is their aluminum bolt-through third member. I'm not sure what gear. I think it's a 373 gear. This is going in a street car. It's going to be a ladder bar setup. So I mean, hell, it's going to work good. It should look good and run good. And it's going to have a sturdy rear behind it. So Jason is going to, I think Jason's going with like Apply Racing. They have like an extreme ladder bar setup. That's actually what he just put on Forrest's car. If you guys remember that video when we went over to Forrest's house and talked about that. And he's going to do a similar ladder bar setup on this. And once that gets all done, we're going to get it powder coated, get it put back in the car. He's doing a cage in the ladder bar along with some front brakes stuff to make it a little bit safer for the track. Absolutely amazing piece. You can call up to Strange. I deal with Andrew up there. Absolutely amazing, super easy to deal with. They whipped this one up in like 2 weeks, and it looks awesome. Plus, it's got the big Strange sticker on here. I like it. It looks sweet. But definitely recommend Strange for any of your rear end needs. They make it super easy, super simple, and they're just a great company to deal with, and we're lucky to have them on board here at LS Nasty. So, Strange has their link in the description below. They have a ton of different stuff, whether it's for bolt-in applications or you're doing something more custom with a ladder bar 4-link. So, highly recommend going and checking out the guys at Strange. Here we got a blown-up motor, tore apart. There's more of these around the shop than I like. Look at that. That is a straight window right through the other side. Hello to the other side. I need Phil to come over here and sing it. Logan tore this one down. There he is. Are you an expert in tearing motors down yet? Getting there. Getting there. All right. So we head over here to the main topic, the Silverback Z06. Shut this fan off here for a second. So we changed route just a little bit in what we got going on, and I think it's for good reasons. So first thing that you're going to notice from, if you pay attention in the last video, no, we shouldn't run on alcohol, but we switched from ID2000s to a set of billet atomizer 575s. I deal with Alan at Billet Atomizer. Absolutely amazing to deal with. I actually didn't get these through Billet Atomizer. Chris picked these up. This is Chris's car, so he actually found these on a deal from one of his buddies that was getting rid of them, went to a bigger one, and Chris picked them up off them. But I do deal with Alan at Build Atomizer and super easy to deal with. So if you need injectors and you can't find them anywhere, or your buddies don't have them, I recommend going and calling Build Atomizer, because they're really the only place you can go for big injectors like this that will sustain alcohol. So switched over from E85 to alcohol, going back with a mechanical fuel pump up front. I think Ben's got it. He's got some sort of trick BDE stuff, some Ben Davis engineering, where it's able to run a fuel pump up front and have the tank in the back, so it's still a factory tank. But these injectors go right in there with those rails, huh, Ben? Just gotta space them a touch, but it looks good. So that's really the big thing when we're going to alcohol. The other thing is we lose the intercooler. So you guys have seen it mocked up before with the intercooler sitting right here. And now that we are going to alcohol, we don't really need to have the big intercooler sitting here. So it's going to be non-intercooled. So each hole right here is going to wire together. And pow, I don't know, Jason's going to come by and redo this more than likely and get everything all done. So making the change to alcohol is, I think, a big jump up for what this setup can handle. The bottom end is a stronger version of the Gen 1 Black Sheep bottom end. So a little bit stronger than that, which is nice. Plus, this thing's got all the really nice stuff. Shout out to Doug at Motion Raceworks. We got their breathers on there for the valve covers. Got the Mazir water pump, little ATI balancer, TRZ Outlaw front end kit. We got force induction twin turbos. See them hiding down there. So it's gonna be a pretty nice setup. And we got a tall order ahead of us, boys. I said we want to be the fastest car with tailpipes. What do you think?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Phil, what do you think? Fastest car with tail. Oh, go! In the arms of an angel.
That's why you don't talk to me while I'm working, Don.
This is why I'm normally talking to you, because you ain't working, Phil.
What?
I set you up for it.
Yeah, you really did.
It's alright.
What was that?
How do you feel about the goal of being the fastest tailpipe car?
So why I said that Mustang should be the fastest tailpipe car?
That red Mustang?
No, that. What red Mustang?
Oh, that Mustang. That red Mustang. No, not that one. That one's a street car. But, yes. No, it is a street car.
No, it is still a street car.
100% street car. But what do you think of the goal?
I bet it's feasible.
It's feasible. Yeah. I think it could do it. Who's our number one contender? Right now, the fastest tailpipes car by far is Silver Surfer. Yeah. It's bad to the bone. Flies.
That's an LS car, right?
I don't think it is an LS car. I never seen under the hood, so I don't know, but I'm 90% sure it's not an LS car. But all I do know is it flies, and he's out here gapping fools for like years. Like, this thing is not like a one-trick pony. He's been, how long has it been? I mean, Silver Surfer has been a name with the tailpipe game for the longest time.
This car will probably go like a PB on the third hit.
A PB on the, if this thing don't do a PB out the gate.
I don't think Chris can handle all that at once. His heart might stop. We're gonna make him,
he's gonna be going down track. Smartwatch is gonna be like, breathe. But the setup is pretty sweet. Just doing all the little odds and end things to it now. Ben, as a percentage wise, how you feeling? Give me a number.
This?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yep.
83.
83%. Wow. Getting down to like the exact number.
We permanently mounted these back on this morning.
Fenders back on, headlights back in, bumper back on. The only thing we need to do here is radiator. We got to get a radiator built.
Gotta watch out all the fuel lines.
Yeah. Is that what you're doing now? This is a very important part. This is what you get when you come to BDE. Have you had any people hit you up, Ben?
I think Logan checked me earlier because
So Logan's your business manager.
I'm not really good at
So
I was trying to show him. We're gonna
you're the business manager.
this evening.
Business manager for BDE. So if you message Ben and haven't got a message back, don't worry, we're going to handle that today. But Ben is here working hard and busting ass, and this is what you get. It's going to be a bad to the bone street car.
I wish everybody could see like all the work that's actually done.
There's a lot of things that will go unnoticed that are done to perfection.
I mean, look at just how he plumbed everything right here. Fire system.
Fire system, everything's all wire tied up. There's another nozzle for the fire system. There it runs down here, all zip tied in there. We got the factory harness with that Crawford Racing deal.
Can't even see.
Yeah. Where are the coils? Coils are in the fenders. So you got the spark plug wires just running in there, and all the spark plug wires, MSD spark plug wire, but it's got that heat wrap over it, and then it's all heat shrunk. I mean, the attention to detail is crazy. Ben made the steering shaft for it, put a Heim on there. Pretty much just to stabilize it. You could barely see it right here.
If you put two universal joints in a steering shaft, you have to have something to hold, because if not,
it'll try to swing the other way.
It'll move. You don't want that. So before you actually get the steering input from turning the wheels, it's moving the steering shaft.
So that is very nice. Got the alternator down there and mounted.
Then knock that out.
Yep, look at how nice this is too. This is the factory Corvette. I'm dying. This is the factory Corvette Z06. I don't know what they call it. It's just like
it's what holds the radiator up and the factory stuff.
And then it has the shroud that mounts the bottom of it.
That bar is on top of those two hooks that hang down from the frame rail, but now it's in between them because I just shorten it and lower it down a little bit and re-weld it.
But you didn't just, now these are the oil returns for the turbo, so instead of just having them like laid over here and zip tied up, you actually...
The problem with this was if I went over it, it wouldn't drain that great, and I didn't want to do it and turbos and exhaust smoke and then have to redo it. So, and if you went under it, I didn't want it to be low and straight or hit something. So the only option was just to go through it.
Drill through it, welded two aluminum bungs on each side, and then this nice T. So you got both drains that go through it, and then over to the scavenge pump over there, which then return it. Where's the scavenge pump returning to? The oil pan, the front cover? Oil pan? Awesome. What oil pan's on this? This is the same Moroso one, right? That we run on like everything.
8-quart pan or whatever.
Very nice, very nice. So, Corvette Z06, everyone knows our dry sump. We went back to wet sump because for what we're doing, no real
fuel filter there now.
No benefit to be dry sump, none. So that's where that System 1 fuel filter is. The bracket for all that is extremely nice, as you can see. Now, do you want to reveal to what you're doing on the mechanical pump? Everyone's like, can't run mechanical pump up front. What are you doing that's going to allow you to run the mechanical pump up front?
You have to run a really tiny tank.
A really tiny tank? Yeah. Well, so you're going to do like a...
yeah, the tiny tank has to be in front of the fuel pump.
Okay, and what that does, essentially, it's a kind of like a... We're going to do something similar to that on the Colorado when we run nitro in it.
Yeah, it's like, they call it a surge tank.
Mm-hmm.
It mounts up here, and your fuel system pumps fuel in a circle like this, and when it returns to the surge tank.
So, wide open throttle, a ton of fuel consumption. It's literally pulling from the smaller tank opposed to pulling from the back.
Yeah. And
now you have a pump in the tank that's feeding it.
Yeah, well, there's a factory fuel pump that's teed in line with, so both of the pump's efforts are feeding the rails.
Okay,
and
perfect.
then the rails get returned to the surge tank, and once the surge tank fills up to where it can't hold anything more, it returns to the factory tank.
Awesome. Well, folks at home, there your question answered.
They sell them on...
Someone's got an extremely expensive surge tank that they use for like they use for road racing.
The drift guys.
Yeah.
Radium stuff, but on Alky Diggers they have like a nice billet aluminum surge tank that has like it's meant for this. It's meant for methanol blown or turbo big mechanical pump with a lot of return and all that stuff, and it's of adequate size so that you can't drain it on like even a half-mile pass. You couldn't.
Which is perfect. Yeah. So surprisingly, we were tending to use Alky Diggers more and more and more on every build. Like I remember the first one when Alky Diggers was like, well, I don't got a damn top fuel car, so I don't need to use Alky Diggers. And now it's like we shop on Alky Diggers for everything. So
they have a lot of really good stuff. Well, it's basically stuff, equipment, supplies, parts that's shared basically with like NHRA top fuel cars. Use them on here.
And you can just apply it. Here's the big question. Are we going to have a car with mechanical fuel injection soon?
you want, yeah.
Okay, well, there it is, folks.
They sell a nozzle kit on there.
Comment down below if you want us to have mechanical fuel injection.
Like an Outlaw Sprint car.
Yes, that's what I want. I think I want to do it on the Ranger with nitro.
Really fast auto.
I told him.
What was the hardest part about this car, Ben? Thus far.
The hardest part about any car like this is it's like a game of chess. You don't make a move until you're 100% sure that's what you want to do, because once you do something,
it affects everything.
Done, and everything that lays in here gets affected some way or another. So you have to like basically think about what's the first thing I need to do, decide what that is, decide how you want to do it, and then lay everything in place like it's going to be, and see if that way that you're thinking about doing it makes sense, if it's going to work, if it's away from things it needs to be away from, if it's close to things it needs to be close to, if it, you know, all these things. And if not, you got to play around in different places, and then you have to take all the stuff you just put on back off.
How many times have you had everything on and off this car?
Honestly, I wish people could see how much like went into this thing behind the scenes, because we've taken the cradle in and out of it at least 15 times.
I mean, the motor and transmit, the whole drivetrain, front and rear cradle has been on jack stands, and the car's been in the air 3 or 4 different times.
Yeah, but that's what it takes.
Yeah, but
So
when you're done and you're finished with it, and it runs great, and there's no issues out of it, and you know you can just work with it from there instead of having to take 10 steps backwards and fix things.
Mm-hmm.
Done the right way the first time.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get when you pair BDE with LS Nasty. So if you guys want Ben to build your car, obviously there's only one of him. So just yeah, I mean you just gotta.
If I could, I would split myself in half.
Well, let's try not to do that. Let's really.
I almost got you one time.
Let's try not to do that. But hit up Ben on Instagram. Also follow Logan. Logan is. Are you LS Nasty Logan yet? Are you still your full? Are you still your government name?
I almost have my social security on.
Oh my god! All right, check out Logan. Check out Ben. The Silverback Z06 is.
About me part.
The Silverback Z06 is getting there. It's going to be a sweet build. So thank you to all the companies that help us and support us. And thank you to everyone at home that watches and supports. So we got Holley EFI in here. We're going to the front. Holley to the front. T-Cam Performance. Motion Raceworks. TRZ Motorsports. BTR. Texas Speed. PRC Heads. Force Induction Turbos. Who else? Who am I missing? Oh, Dieter's Custom Finishing. Duh. How do I miss that? Brazzel. Jason Brazzel, BPF, John at Huron Speed's a huge part in everything we do here, so if I forgot your name, I'm sorry. I suck at remembering. Wilson Manifolds, they're another big one. So all these companies that help us out and believe in us, thank you guys for your support, and we're going to try to go fast for you guys. Oh, Johnson Lifters. Johnson Lifters, can't forget them. Now I forgot just one instead of like 6, so now they're going to be more offended. I'm sorry. I can't remember anything. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast, but Z06, Silverback, coming and bringing smoke here soon. After the quarantine, everyone's getting smoke with tailpipes. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.
He just doesn't know how to do a mediocre burnout.